Have you ever played New Super Mario Bros? Yes? Well, you probably haven't played it like this before. Go! Well, that is if you've never heard of RetroAchievements, which is a website that adds achievements to your favorite old games. As a kid, I always wondered why Nintendo never had achievements built onto their consoles, and since they seem to not like fun over there at Nintendo HQ, someone else did it for them. This set has a massive 112 achievements, which makes it one of the largest sets we've ever done, putting it close to Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine. To master it, we're going to have to do some insane stuff like beat every single boss as Mini Mario, reach the top of every flagpole in the game, and also 100% the game by beating every level with every star coin. And of course, I'm gonna need to take a detour halfway through the set to do some minigame achievements, which I can only describe as masochistic. Oh my, we just lost 32 coins. 52 coins? By the way, I'm Pajamajohn, and I love retro games and achievement hunting. So if you want to follow my quest to revisit and master my favorite games from my childhood, drop a like and subscription so you won't miss any of my weekly uploads. And if you can see it, dump all your hype as well. All right, let's do this. New Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS. The game starts off with Bowser Jr. facilitating an attack on the princess's castle to distract Mario as he kidnaps her. Typical Mario story, or not so much of a story, to be honest. Well, nothing to do except to go straight into 1-1. This game might look simple to the naked eye, but it's important to note how huge this game was when it came out. At the time of the release of New Super Mario Bros., if we aren't counting re-releases, it had been a 14-year 2D Mario drought between Super Mario Land 2 and this game. So it was kind of a major drop for Nintendo. Anyway, the first achievement I got in this game was something I honestly never even realized existed. Call me a fraud if you want, but did you know that if you hit a block enough times before it deactivates, it can pop out a mushroom? I think I just might have never processed that information. Pretty quickly, I also came across a mega mushroom, which is kind of the main selling point of this game. Mario Big Now. But in all of the giant fun I was having, I kind of destroyed the pipe I needed to go down, so I had to replay the level to get the second star coin. 1-2 is a classic Mario level too, keeps with the underground theme. Here's another instance of that coin block mushroom thing. I think I'm just inattentive when I play video games, to be honest. I don't know how I've missed this all my life. I was able to find a secret mega mushroom area by having a Koopa hit a string of bricks, then going under. From there, I did the opposite, where I went over the stage in Mario Bros. 1 fashion to get the third star coin and secret exit for this level. This is good because for 100% achievement mastery, I'm gonna need to find all of the secret exits since they count towards completion. And I'll need to revisit to get the top of each flagpole later, which of course includes the secret flagpoles, so it's good for me to know where they are. I went right back into the level, then beat it the normal way. But when I finished the stage, the clock was at 3:22, which spawned in a mushroom house for a second achievement of the set. I went into said mushroom house and got a mini mushroom as an award and tackled 1-3, which takes place in Mushroom World. If I were to put this on my tier list of every level in the game, it would probably be pretty high because I love any treetop / mushroom top level in platformers. I like endless pits and jumping from platform to platform. While here, I ran into a red ring, which started up a red coin challenge. When I collected all 8 of the coins, I unlocked an achievement for completing one of those. Now that I had a few star coins, I could actually go ahead and spend them to open up this path to a 1-up house. In this game, the 1-up houses are a little strange. We basically need to get lucky and rack up as many lives as we can before we accidentally hit the Bowser. There is no way to know where Bowser is, so it's 100% RNG. So on the first go, I got 1 life. Yep, that's it. Whatever though, because now we get to take on the first midway tower of the game. These are all vertical levels. On my first go here, I found star coin number 1 and star coin number 3, which means, well, if you can count, I'm missing star coin number 2. Once we go through this big door, we can fight Bowser Jr., who's very easy to fight. But I had to go straight back into the tower to find the second star coin. And if we notice, there's a cannon here, which means there's a secret exit we'll need to find here too. The star coin was just in this here door, and actually, so was the secret exit. But I couldn't use it now because we will need a special power-up in order to break these bricks. We don't have that special power-up yet, so too bad for me, I suppose. World 1-4 is the first stage where we need to use a mini mushroom in order to find a secret. And lucky for me, I had the perfect thing for the job. Into the mini pipe and star coin number 1. I found the second coin, but this time not the third. Man, I am really taking my sweet time with World 1, eh? Like, they shouldn't be too hard for me to find at all. These are the first few levels. Oh hey, Mega Mush House. So I didn't realize that I was missing the coin I needed, so I went into 1-5. This is a bouncy stage that I love a lot and enjoyed thoroughly because pink bouncy mushroom is cool. I was actually against all odds able to find all 3 of the star coins here and went back to open up this pathway to World 1-A, which is another first level in a theme. Well, Two themes, water level and side scroller all at once. Two of my least favorite Mario tropes. Awesome. What was nice is that I picked up a blue shell from this random block, then I immediately lost it. So yeah, we still can't go back for that secret tower exit. It's actually fine though, because once I left 1-A, I actually got one from a mushroom house, which got overridden by the mega mushroom in my extra item slot. So actually it wasn't fine. But my sadness turned around when I went to another 1-Up house, where I got super lucky and got the achievement full house for not hitting the block with Bowser in it at all. So I mean, that's one Chivo I was worried about out of the way. This is when I finally realized I was missing that star coin from earlier. So I went into 1-4 to find it. I immediately found it myself in a really unique position. That's okay though, I nabbed that and went into the World 1 castle. I was missing a star coin and spit a few words of wisdom. Yo, chat, I'm missing a star coin. Now, this game is for children, therefore the star coin can't be that hidden, right? I'm dead. Now, I was ready to take on the first boss. The final boss of most Mario games. This is a throwback to Mario Bros. 1 because all you gotta do is hop on the switch and make Bowser fall in lava. Or in my case, stomp on him with a mega mushroom since I had one stored, which was an achievement, so that was kind of a nice surprise. Not only that though, we popped the achievement for getting every star coin in World 1 and for beating the castle stage. Although I wasn't done with World 1 completely yet because of the secret exit, I decided to push forward in the sandy world until I found a blue shell so I could double back without spending time mindlessly grinding for a specific item. Surely that won't become an issue in the future and we won't be revisiting the same stage over and over again just to get the mini mushroom. Surely not, right? No. Definitely won't be doing that. Pokey meet Fire Flower. Oh wait, speak of the devil, look, a mini mushroom is needed here. Guess what though? There is no mini mushroom in the level. Gonna keep the theme of ignoring things for now and go into 2-2. So here we need to use a Lakitu cloud to find the first star coin hidden in the sky. The others were easy to find, so that was nice. Then into 2-3, which is one of my favorite levels in the game. It is a true sewer level with manhole covers and flooding mechanics and all that. It is a really unique level, and as far as I can remember, the only level in the entire series with this theme going on. If we hit this question mark switch, swim up to this part here and hit the second switch, we can find this secret exit to this level. Before trying out 2-A though, I went back into the sewer level, found the third star coin, and got the regular exit. 2-4 is also unique. It has what I would describe as bulbous buttons. I call them that because when you hit them, they make the ground bulge up, like Sonic. Again, I need Mini Mario here. But if I go underneath the stage in the water here to the right, we could get the star coin. But I hit the bulbous button and went past it. So I had to go and do that again. It is here where I realized if I press a button on my controller, this happens. Mario. What? What were those sounds that I just heard? Mario. Okay, so 2A, Spike Bass. Fire. So the secret level we got to through a secret exit actually has a secret exit itself. What we need to do is go off this spinny launch pad and hop on this red Koopa to boost into the pipe up here. That leads to Star Coin 3 and the secret exit, which leads to a cannon, which I will not be using right now. This is where I made a major mistake. I went to get an item from the red box here in 2-4. I didn't get what I wanted, the blue shell, so I decided to leave the stage to get another go. I hit leave game. And since you can't save until you beat a tower or castle, I was sent back to the start of World 2. So, stop. I got to the end of 2-1 with 244 on the clock, which opened up a 1-Up house. Okay, Editor John, speed up again. Stop. I won a mini mush in the Toad house, so I went into 2-1 and went through this pipe, which brought me to a secret area for Achievo. Okay, speed up again. So, back in 2-4, I had a mini mushroom this time. So I was able to actually go into the secret exit, which had opened up a shortcut that would allow me to skip the World 2 Midway Tower. I opened up a red box using the magic words, "Give me blue shell." It gave me blue shell. So I went back into World 1 so I could finally get that secret exit. Door, hidden pipe, break the blocks with the blue shell power-up, which, by the way, is my favorite power-up in the game. If you don't like it, you're wrong. Okay, secret exit. Just for fun, I took the cannon to see where it would bring me. It was World 5. But I wasn't ready for that yet, so I went into World 2's tower. I did this sweet wall jump to get the third coin here. That wasn't the intended way to get it, but I'm pretty awesome, so I did it that way anyway. I now had Star Coin 2 and 3, but not Star Coin 1. So I ran out of time after searching to look for it. I got lost, by the way. My pea brain got a little bit confused. confused. Goodbye, BJR. 2-5, I completely overcomplicated how I tried to get this second star coin. There are these jumping block guys, and what I thought you needed to do was lead one over to this pit here and have it jump so you can reach it. You can control these guys, but it's hard to. So I tried for a bit, didn't work. So instead, I found a P-switch which made a bridge of bricks to get to it. Yeah, I overcooked. It was way easier than I thought it was. Look at this secret quicksand pathway though. Led to Star Coin 3 and the level Flagpole. 2-6 is a side scroller. Usually don't like side scrollers, but this one is in the sky, so I'll give it a pass. It's kind of unique. This moving platform gets infested by piranha plants that get brought and taken away with other moving platforms. I liked it, I'll be honest. All 3 coins were out in the open, so that was also nice. The end of the stage has a cool set piece. Launch the piranha plant to the moon. World 2 castle time. After the first coin, we actually get sent back outside into the desert and hit an anti-bulbous button. Computer? Antonym for bulbous. Nothing good. I'll just call it a dusty divot. I received a mini Mario from a question block, which let me get the 3rd star coin, as well as a shot as something a little devious. Well, later. For now, I wanted to beat this stage normally. The boss here isn't Bowser, it's the Mummy Pokey, which, let me just say, New Super Mario Bros. DS, best boss fights in the 2D Mario series. And it isn't even close. As we'll see, each boss is unique and has a fun design or gimmick. Rest of the games, they just, I don't know, gave up on that for some reason. Anyway, we just gotta jump on his head 3 times. And we are done with World 2. All Star Coins achievement and General Completion achievement. But you may have noticed this little tiny hole that is suspiciously mini Mario sized. Yep, I not so subtly alluded to this, but we gotta beat the Mummy Pokey as Mini Mario. Which shouldn't be too hard, but we need to hit Pokey here with a ground pound if we want to do damage. I was having trouble getting the ground pound to work though. It felt pretty random or not whether I'd actually end up doing one or not. But from a little bit of experimentation, I found that actually the issue was if I had right or left press down on the controller, it would for some reason override the ground pound. Once I adjusted for that though, it was all good. And I got an achievement for Mini Mario boss fight and made it into World 4. This is actually the only way to get to World 4, by the way. It's like a secret. You can tell by the dotted line here. But we don't want to go into World 4 yet because we haven't done World 3. I didn't get that memo right away though. Let's just, yeah, let's fix that. Okay, yeah, World 3. This is the beach world of the game. Back into the water levels, yeah? Okay. 3-1 has a big purple fish. It ate me. I went over to 3-A, where there are these skeeters that shoot bombs out of their butt. Very nice for nature to selectively choose to add skulls onto them so we know they're dangerous. Halfway through the stage, I picked up a mini mushroom, which allowed me to get into this pipe down here, which got me another secret area achievement. The mini shroom was also needed to grab this 3rd star coin as well. But I was missing the 2nd coin here, so I searched far and wide, and it was just out in the open, so don't know how I ended up missing it on my first go. 3-2 is kinda weird. I found that this green pipe here brings you into a secret area where you can collect some P-switch coins. But when you go back down, you would think you're back on the main path for the level, but it turns out you're on your way to the secret exit. I mean, I need to find this, but the way the level is designed is a little interesting. I don't know how to explain it really. Also, I want you to see how I just keep jumping into the void for no reason. Okay, got the 2nd exit eventually, went back in to do the main exit of the stage, went right into the tower, which reminds me a lot of Super Mario World because you go in front and behind the chain walls, like in Super Mario World. If you couldn't tell. First time around, I was missing the 3rd section, and eventually I found it. You just need to take the right path here in this room. 3B is a goated level. I love pipe stages. I don't know why. I'm weird and decide how much I like levels based off of the level themes and not the level design itself. And this is a level theme that I like. I basically checked every pipe to see if I could go down through them, and by doing that, I was able to get this 100% on my first try. 3C is also kinda goated, but not as goated as the last one, unfortunately. It's a classic cheap bridge stage, but we're required to go into the water to get a star coin, which makes you gotta deal with this spike bass. Back on the upper level path, I had to go underwater and deal with bloopers, which was hard to do without a fire flower. The gimmick here is P-switches that turn off jets inside of pipes. This lets you get through areas that would usually push you away. Anyway, the stage is honestly really easy. Now we got our first haunted house of the game. As most people know, haunted houses are very much maze-like, but this one takes a different approach. Instead of being sent all around crazy style, not knowing what the heck is going on, all we need to do is press switches that turn these chutes into ladders, and we mostly just end up going to the right to make it to the end. But while the main exit is easy, the secret exit, not so much. This takes more of the normal ghost house formula, where we gotta do something obscure to get to the secret exit. What we need to do is press this the switch, then backtrack really quickly to the door by the first star coin, because now there's another door we can go through. I had to look this one up after looking for a while. That leads to a cannon, which I will not be using, and instead I went into the castle. I got this second star coin in a pretty unorthodox way with a triple jump. You're really supposed to get it like this, and that's how you're supposed to get it. Well, this castle boss keeps on with the water theme. It's a massive cheap skipper who once in a while will, well, skip on land where you can hit it. It really isn't hard at all. So now done with that, all star coins in World 3 Chivo. And the achievement for beating World 3 as well. Okay, now we can go into World 4, the Poison Evil Swamp. This might be my second favorite world of the game. Like we know, I like levels where the ground is gone and there's a pit with death and we have to do true and real platforming to make it through. What's also amazing about this level is that it features the GOAT, Dory. She takes us across a poison lake because she's awesome and of course wants to help us achieve our goal of beating the game. I breezed through getting all star coins and went into 4-2 where they completely forgo the swamp theme, which was weird and stupid. But they do the sky mushroom there, so you get a pass this time. It's got this vine climbing section which leads to the third star coin in the clouds, but that's really the only interesting thing about this stage. Okay. Now, the poison swamp is just normal water. I think we've completely forgot about the world theme here. This is a massive disappointment, and I'm honestly very upset. End video. I don't want to make it anymore. But this time, there are a lot of eels. From big ones to small ones, they all want to kill me. They cooked me quite a few times, but I made it out happily and healthily. Tower time. In this one, we got some lava following us as we gotta climb up. It was easy peasy. This Bowser Jr. boss signifies a change. A big change in the way we do these fights. He has learned from previous encounters and hides in his shell when we get too close, meaning that we cannot hit him in our traditional jumping methods. Instead, we must wait for him to try and attack us with a shell, and once he does, we can take the shell, hit him with it, and then do damage with our legs. The shells get really fast at the end, but not too bad overall. Moving on, I went into 4-4, which finally uses the swamp theme again, but it forgoes the poison part, so only half uses the theme. At this point, I realized that the first level of the world would have a secret exit here, since there was a cannon that I hadn't gone to. So I took it upon myself to try and find it. Or is there even a secret exit? I'm looking it up. I don't care anymore. Okay, I have to show you this. This has to be a complete troll video. Dude, are you seeing this? This is a troll. Okay, I found it. 4-A. Actual poison swamp. Let's go, dude. Yes! We got some vines to swing on to bring us to some star coins, and by the way, we'll be back later. Oh, we'll be back later. This level was easy. First tried it. Another ghost house. And this one actually kind of does do the whole maze thing, kind of, maybe a little bit. I don't really know because I found this secret pretty easily. But I did go through a door that sent me backwards. But it wasn't all that confusing, to be honest. These haunted houses aren't as crazy as ones we see in like Mario World. But I did miss the final star coin though. I found that I needed to come with a mini mushroom. And I did this by backtracking to 1-4, then coming back to World 4. Here, I wall jump to get the third star coin and find the secret exit. So that was all done and dusted. 4-5 is underground, but mushroom underground. It was very straightforward. 4-6 is the final full level, which is finally once again in a swamp with Dory again. She's so cool. Pressing this switch here, I was able to find the only hard star coin in the stage, and boom, done. And into the castle for the world. The level itself is really easy, and so is the boss. It's just a Goomba. Lamau. Just kidding, it's a Mega Goomba. We just gotta stomp on its head 3 times. It was really, really easy. One Chivo? Looks like I missed a star coin in 4-4. I thought it would be one of these small pipes, but no, it was just in the corner here. Okay, World 4 completely done. With that, I now have half of the game completed in time to go to World 5, the Snowy World. This first level kind of just introduces you to the concept of snow with little snowbanks that you can sink into, as well as these guys who throw evil snowballs at you. So like, other than that, the level got nothing going on. This game is awesome. Comment Mario if you agree. Going into 5-2, the underground stage, I immediately randomly picked up an unexpected achievement. I guess it was for collecting coins up here? I don't really know. I saw this spring here and had a sneaking suspicion that one of the pipes here would lead me somewhere. I found that this yellow pipe brought me over to a coin coffer, and the second star coin in this level that I was searching for. This stage also had the easiest secret exit of all time. You just like, go in here. It was incredibly obvious. It would also be a pretty rewarding one if I chose to use it. It skips all the way past the tower here. When I got the main exit, I ended the level with 88 on the clock, which got me an achievement for having a Mega Mushroom House pop up. After that, I went into 5A, which is another mushroom-like level. This time though, they are blue and squash and stretch up top there. Missed coin number 2, which was accessible with a vine that ended up being hidden in this block here. In order to reach this coin, I used a Mega Mushroom to be tall enough to grab, and then just completely annihilated everything in my path until the end end of the stage, including the flagpole, which got me another Chivo. Also, my dog was just staring at the wall. It was kind of weird. 5 tower is rising. We go up, 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 up. I destroyed BJR, went into 5B, which has a completely unique enemy that I don't think has ever been put into another Mario game. The snail corn. Say hi. He's only in one other level in the game, and he'll be gone forever after that. I found a secret near the flag of this level, which needs a blue shell, kind of like that first tower. So we'll come back in a moment for that. For now, I went into 5-3 where I got incredibly lucky and actually picked up a blue shell from the red block. I mean, I'll take it. I guess I can be a lucky guy sometimes. Because of that, I just focused on getting to the end of the level instead of finding the star coins, just because I wanted to keep the shell. Went back into the secret level stage, zoomed my way to the end, and found an exit here that led to another pipe that brings you straight to the castle. Of course, once again, not gonna take that, and I'm gonna go into 5-C. Back underground, there actually is a tricky star coin that I had a really hard time finding. I figured that it had to be at this part with the red platforms. I tried going into these spawn areas for the ghost men. It ended up just being a vine. Now I'm ready to do 5-3 actually legitimately. I took a couple of tries to find all the coins, mostly because I needed a mini shroom to get to the second one. Just kidding, the mini Mario is for the secret room here, and the coin actually needed big Mario since I needed to break a brick. Another haunted house. This is definitely the most straightforward of them all. I mean, the secret exit is also the most obvious in all of them. Boring. Next, please. 5-4 is back in the sky with his side scroller. Next again. 5 castle time. This one takes place on top a lot of conveyor belts. I also found a hole in the ceiling that led to the third star coin. Boss here is PD Piranha. As everyone knows, this is early 2000s Nintendo's favorite Mario boss. He's been sorely missed. Rip PD. Took him down quickly. That got 2 achievements. Then I had to go back in as Mini Mario to beat the boss again, since that would give us access to World 7. This game suffers from Mini Mushroom. There are so many stages that need a Mini Mushroom to find a secret or an exit or something. But the issue is that they don't offer them anywhere within the level, which means I need to backtrack to World 1 to play 1-4 over and over in order to get Mini, and I think this is the biggest flaw with the game. It'll become more of an issue later when we need to hit the top of every flagpole. You'll see. Anyway, PD himself with Mario isn't so bad. We just need to ground pound his belly instead of regular jump. Done with that for Achievo, and now we also have access to World 7. Of course, first, we need to go to World 6. Earlier, I said World 4 was one of my favorite worlds, and it is only one of my favorite worlds because World 6 is actually my favorite world. This is the mountain world. It's got cool vibes. Like, there are parts where you shimmy on the wall and stuff. Although the star coins in 6-1 are easy, we need to make another pit stop to 1-4 to get a mini mushroom to get into this secret room here. Spending some star coins, I took this bottom path to 6A, which is for some reason in the desert. I was locked in and smelled something a little fishy about this here quicksand pit. If I let myself go all the way down, I was transported to a secret zone with the second coin. A pretty well hidden one. Only reason I found this is because there's a similar star coin in World 2 of New Soup for the Wii. Anyway, 6-2 is a beach level? What? I really don't understand why this game has themes if it's not gonna abide by it for most of the levels. Like, it's just a little bit strange. Anyway, there's a little sky area here where we need to bump a ton of flying coin blocks. We'll be back later on for an achievement here. For the first star coin, I somehow accidentally found this secret vine that led me over to it. I honestly think I would have had to look this one up if I wasn't just the luckiest guy alive. Again. Tower time. There are a ton of giant spiky spikes that try to come for you and destroy you. I made it through and found this final star coin by wall jumping to this door and playing very carefully. Bowser Jr. destroyed me on the first go, but I came back stronger and more prepared and was able to beat this level. In 6-3, I actually hit a huge milestone, 99 lives. There's no reward for 99 lives, either in-game or achievement-wise, but I think that kind of goes to show you that this game isn't really all that hard. All good though, because the Chivos will make it hard. Okay. I really need to talk about this. Something's bothering me greatly right now. 6-3 is a poison stage. Why? Why isn't it in World 4? We could have legit just put this there in the place of some other stage. It's ridiculous, man. I tell ya, man, it's just ridiculous. There are a ton of pipes to go down here. A lot. I got a third coin, then killed one of these guys for an unexpected Chivo. 6-4 is our last stage before another tower, because for some reason there are multiple of those in this world. Thankfully, it is mountain themed this time. At least we're in the right place, right? On my first go, I missed the third star coin, but easily found it on the next go. This tower is baby mode, so moving on. Because why not? 6B is a nice level. At least it feels more mountainous, but I suck at the game, so I died a few times. Look at this giant explosion. 6-5 is a water level. Why can't we be in the mountain? Why? Why can't we be in the mountain? The gimmick here is that there are a ton of star power-ups. Not even anything interesting, really, to be completely and truthfully honest. Oh, actually, you do need to get sucked down here to get the last star coin. Kind of obscure, but it was a little suspect. 6-6, back into mountains. The last star coin is pretty cool and satisfying to get. Good stuff, good stuff. Castle time. I mean, we're kind of at the point in the playthrough where I don't have all too much to say about regular stages. We've seen a lot of the main gimmicks, and in places like castles where the levels are like pretty similar, I don't got anything to say. Well, except we can go above the stage for the final star coin. Boss is a mole that you have to hit on the head from his tank. Achievement, Achievement. We now have access to World 8, but of course we need to go back to World 7 and complete that first. I just feel like I'm going back and forth and all around with this script. Like I'm getting confused myself at this point. This is the Sky World, another Pajamajohn favorite. Guys, I think I'm just easy to please, to be honest. I had a hard time finding the second coin. I had to run through the stage a few times before I was able to uncover its location, and I'm a genius for finding it. See this flying question block? Yep. Ride that. Now, another ghost house. This one is super interesting. We hit a switch and it opens up a bunch of doors with mini challenges within. We gotta go through a whole bunch of them, collecting star coins until we come across this room here with the pointy hands. They point towards a switch, press it, and we can climb into this new section here where we can find the final star coin. In this room here, I ran all the way to the right, found this third star coin, then went through this door here for the main exit. Of course, like all ghost houses, there's a secret exit. In this room, if we go left, we can hit a vine for access to another door. But instead, I went into World 1 to get mini mushroom and got it that way instead. 7-2 back in the sky, but this time we have a vertical scroller, or vert scroller as called by myself, and only myself. We are on this controllable platform that we can move side to side. The coins are easy, just live and don't die, because if you do, you'll be saddened. 7-3 sky again. And giant wiggler, what? Look at this guy. For some reason, as we ride the wiggler, we come across star power-ups that turn into blue coins. When I made it to the end of this one, I didn't have mushroom to go down here to get the third star coin, so I had to replay the level. While doing so, I collected 400 coins for Achievo, and then got star coin number 3. Tower time. Easy does it, do it easy. I got squashed a few times, but beat the tower like a pro. 7-4 is a really interesting level. We need to fly through the sky to find 3 star coins, but there is a little secret towards the end for a secret exit. We need to break these 3 blocks, vine it up, and we get a lot of coins, but no secret exit. That's because I lied. The true way to find that secret exit involves, would you guess it, mini mushrooms. World 1-4, back to World 7, secret exit here with the mini mushroom, boom. Next level. Oh my. So this is where things get confusing. 4 more levels in a square formation. I mean, right now we can only go to 7-5, which is a normal grass level. Cool, I guess. Great. Mini Mario's needed here. My favorite. I went mining in the ground towards the end and found the secret exit, which just opened up the pathway to my right, which I would have thought that this pathway would be for the normal exit, but okay. I came back with Mini Mario to get the second coin, got the normal exit, and took on 7-6, where I found the secret exit super easily, then moved on to 7-7 in the sky some more. What's interesting is that I feel like World 7 is the only world later in the game that keeps with the theme. I guess the developers were just feeling inspired. All good, I guess. 7A is one very cool and special level. Kind of pipe maze, like in Mario 3. So cool. But guess what? Oh, wait, actually there's a mini mushroom in this level. That's helpful and good. It was also helpful to find the second star coin that I needed to wall jump for. Cool. Every level done, now it's time for 7 Castle. Thank the heavens that this level is at least a little bit interesting. It's a snake block level where we gotta snake around and stuff. Coin 3 is a bit of a nail biter, but on to the boss. Lightning Lakitu guy. We just gotta jump on his head a few times, not hard at all. You already know that's 2 achievements. Finally, we are on to the final world. Yes. Let's go, dude. It's been taking so long. I'm getting so tired. World 8 is, of course, the lava evil world made by Bowser himself. I'm not sure why he'd like to live here. It seems miserable. Anyway, I feel like this world is actually less lava than usual and has just more of Halloween vibes. I think it's because of the crows and pumpkin enemies. Yeah, it's probably that. The first star coin in 8-1 is pretty creative. We gotta bounce on this spring at the spot to get this coin here. The other 2 were really close by. 8-2 needs Mini Mario again. Why? Why is everything Mini Mario? If you liked that dramatic rendition of my script, leave a comment. I honestly feel like a clown beating levels, then going back and forth to get mini mushrooms over and over again. Anyway, wait, it was a secret bonus room. Okay, I'll take the Chivo. Second coin was just in the sky. 8 tree. Just kidding, we're already at a tower. This one's got an evil star coin in the sky by the end, but that's about it. We fought Bowser Jr. like 5,000 times. I'm not even, just just move on. 8-3 is a water level that got a lot of eels. Then the big one too, that chases you. I was actually shocked when the first star coin was really far into the level. Over halfway through actually. They were all out in the open though, so at least I found them. 8-4 is back outside, and we need a mini for the final star coin. It was a bit hectic. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, you spiders, don't touch me! What did I just do? What did I just do? But yeah, we good. Now the final level in the game, 8-Castle. This stage has a pretty unique, cool moving platform mechanic where you need to hit these blocks and the platform switches spots. Lets you get star coins and all that. It was all pretty easy and time to take on Dry Bowser. Dry Bowser, once and for all. Oh, well, that's it, I guess.
No, something's telling me it's not over yet.
Yeah, it's probably only one level. What? So, yeah. There are more levels, and this is the true World 8. Look, it has a lot more lava and it's not Halloween. It's the underworld. That being said, this first stage is so easy that I don't have anything to say about it. Well, I guess that was saying something about it. Okay, I'm just gonna move on now with my day. 8-6 is a screen-wrapping, lava-rising nightmare. But, it was also easy? I don't know what's going on so far, but things are kind of baby mode. Like even 8-7, I got everything done on my first try. A little underwhelming, really. Maybe I'm just a sad guy who is sad. I died on 8-8 though a couple of times. This one is actually like a little bit hard. It's got these green ass, weird ass bomb guys that only explode when the meteors of the sky hit them. I need a mini mush for the second star coin again, which I mean, with meteors falling is not cool. So I came up with a strat that was becoming small at the last second. Okay, done. Now we have a second tower, and it's another snake block tower. This one genuinely goes all over the place and flying all around, and it gets confusing, and there are spike balls that try to destroy you. I mean, at least the coins were easy to find. I did die a ton, but eventually I made it to the BJR fight, kill him again, then we are onto the true final castle of the game, Bowser's Castle. This place is confusing. We have some twisty buttons that flip the stage around every which way. This gives us access to new doors or new sections of the castle we couldn't get to before. For the most part, this isn't all too confusing. That is until you're tasked with finding the second star coin, because I missed it, but found the third and went to take on the final boss instead of going back to find the thing. I don't know, man, don't be mad. I just do things in my own way. Bowser Jr. revives his father in a pot, and I just spammed Fire Flower and defeated them both, getting a Chivo for Fire Flower Bowser destruction. Then also, of course, world completion. And well, that's it for now because we don't have all the star coins. But while the credits roll real quick, I want to just plug our channel memberships. At $4.99 a month, you get access to an extra video every week, as well as an exclusive member stream where we hang out and chill and play retro achievements. Also, subscribe because at 25K, we're going to do the next Super Mario 64 bonus set, which is Lazy Lakitu. For that, we need to beat the game while Lakitu, well, is lazy and doesn't really move, meaning we can't see a lot of the time. Oh, look at that. The credits are over. So, first thing to do is go back and get the star coin. What's the kind of star coin is this? I do not know. But back in the castle, I hit a button that seemingly did nothing. But it made a platform when we came into this room, which leads to the final star coin. Beating the final boss once again, we get one last star coin achievement and can move on. What I need to do now is go around the world and spend all of my star coins, whether on the world map to get mushroom houses or spending the rest of them in this toad house, which gives us custom bottom screen skins. I like this one a lot. Then when that is done, I need to go all around and use all of the cannons and find exits I missed, like this one in World 2. I did that, and we now have 100% of the main game. But although the game itself is fully completed, as an achievement hunter, we have a lot more to do. 75 more achievements to do, actually. But before going back into the main game to get all of the good challenge achievements, we need to take a major detour. Of the rest of the 75 Chivos, 35 of them are related to minigames. As most people know, New Super Mario Bros. For the DS has 18 totally fun minigames that we all like. Right? I'll be honest, some are better than others. Each minigame, except for one, has 2 achievements linked to them. Basically an easy and a hard achievement. This could be for getting a certain score, or it could be for beating a certain level. I decided to just go down the list, check the minigames out, and try to get the easy mode achievement before moving on to the next. I'm gonna make this part of the video quick and not take 10 years because we all want to see the real game, right? Going down the list, the first minigame is Snowball Slalom, where we need to try and roll this ever-growing snowball to the end of a course within a few seconds. The goal is to move as fast as you can, sort of balancing size and speed so you don't just get stun locked by a penguin or rock. This has 2 achievements. First for beating the minigame once, then the other for beating the minigame 3 times in a row. The difficulty really comes from the stylus controls. You need to quickly swipe on the bottom screen and react to what's coming up on the top. I came close time and time again until I finally made it with 0.17 seconds to spare. I did not have the brain power to keep going to try and get 3 in a row, so I took that achievement and moved on for now into Lakitu Launch. The achievements here are for getting a score of 11, then 22 by launching spinies into shells that these Lakitus are holding. I didn't get either on my first try in here, but figured this would be easy enough for me to do later on for a couple of free achievements if I needed to. If I needed a little bit of a break from the harder ones. This next one is Bomb Danger, which is actually one of my favorites. You need to use the stylus to control this red bomb and dodge fireballs. If you get hit, you fail. Goals here are 1,111 points and 4,444 points. That first achievement is honestly super easy. It's close enough to the start that things don't get crazy yet. On this first try, I got 2,100. Next is Whack-A-Mole, where you need to whack a mole, but not Luigi. I was hitting Luigi. Oh, I'm supposed to get the moles, not Luigi. I got exactly a score of 44 on my first try, which was enough to get the achievement for this minigame. Yoshi float balloon didn't work, so I'll be back later. Now it's time for a classic. Wanted. This was one of my favorites as a kid. If you somehow don't know about this one, you need to try and find the character that is wanted, and it can get pretty tough. We need to get to stage 30 for one achievement and get the timer up to 50 for the other. As we go along, the search gets harder. It goes from a static grid format to messy, then to everything moving around. I find that looking for Mario and Wario are the easiest of the two, then Yoshi, and the hardest is Luigi. Luigi is the hardest because he both looks similar to Mario and is the same color as Yoshi, so he blends in the best. So this is a mix of RNG because of the character it gives us, and skill because you need to have the eyes of a hawk to find Luigi. I got as low as 2 seconds, then 1 second on the clock, but I cleared level 30 for the achievement. I decided to keep going until I racked up 50 seconds. The strat here was to build up the timer when it was Mario, Wario, or Yoshi that we were looking for, so that I had time when Luigi was our wanted character to just kind of fumble around. This way, we could slowly build up the clock.
You think I can bring it? You think I can claw it back up to 50? I have something called an ego, and my ego's gonna make me just keep going. Come on, bro. Misclick. Come on, give me the 5 back. See, we just have to get good RNG. No Luigi. F you, dude. Boom, 50. I'm getting to 100.
Okay, so now that that was completely done, I had another mini game. This is Spot the Difference with Wigglers. Here, we need to clear level 20 and get our time to 50 seconds again. This, though, was a lot harder than wanted. We need to quickly identify which Wiggler on the screen is the same as the model. The way this is done is by basically looking at the pattern on each section of the Wiggler and seeing which one is the same. This is really hard because the differences are pretty minute. The pattern can either be one normal circle, an off-center circle, or 2 circles. And we need to remember the order of the circle types on the model Wiggler, then quickly compared to all of the rest. I basically did this by going from back to front, remembering the last 3 sections, either by remembering 1, 2, or side. Things get hectic fast, especially when Wigglers start moving. You need to start remembering the level order, since the type of puzzles is always the same. It'll be easy for a bit, medium for a while, then hard for a few, and back to easy again in a loop. After 10 minutes of trying, I was able to get past level 20, which was easy enough, but nothing prepared me for what was gonna happen next. I decided that I hated this minigame, so I was gonna get it out of the way now. And for the next 30 minutes straight, I had to use 100% of my brain power, memorizing shapes, patterns, and movements so that I could maybe hit 50 on this timer. I needed to do kinda what I did with Wanted. Use the easy levels to rack up time to give me a buffer on the harder levels so that I could spend a little more time on them. Then just go on and on and on until I somehow managed to get 50 seconds. I legit sounded like a crazy person the entire time though.
Back 1, side 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. You. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep, that's you right there.
This was a completely draining experience. I needed to really just have full focus for a long time to get this done. I found though that you can get through this in a cycle or so if you're really fast and lucky. So I just need to get a run where I got easy Wigglers, easy patterns, and fast recognition so I could just rapid fire to get through. Like I said, took around 30 minutes to get this one. It was horrible, and I do not recommend this game.
I'll never play this minigame again in my life. Oh, thank God.
Next one was one that chat was saying was very hard, but I found to be pretty easy. In Hide and Boo Seek, we need to scrub the screen to find where the boo is when lights go out. It starts with 1 boo and goes up to like a lot of boos. Try here is to make your DS screen really small so you can cover more screen in a shorter time. Here I need to get past level 5, then level 11. Getting through level 5 was easy, but 11 was a bit harder. I found that boos tend to stick together in certain patterns, so I try to remember where the lone boos were, get them, then try to combo the boos that were closer together. You only have a few seconds to locate them all, so this ends up being pretty tough, and also sometimes the game doesn't count things that it should.
You're there, you're on. I got you, bro, I got you.
But this one didn't take me nearly as long as the last one. Okay, this next one is like a real and true puzzle game. a real and true puzzle game from hell. Here, we need to clear levels 11 and 22. Think kind of like on and off switches. We're given a pattern that we need to match on the bottom screen, and we need to flip the panels here in a certain amount of moves to progress to the next panel. The catch is, when we flip a panel, all adjacent panels also flip. So we need to find a super specific solution to get to the next level. This starts off easy. One flip solution's not too bad. It's kind of surface level. Make a square? Okay, we press this one. But once you start to get into two-turn puzzles, things get a little more confusing since you need to consider an extra layer. But that also wasn't so bad. Usually the patterns are set up in such a way that you can easily think a step ahead. On my first real good go, I was super lucky and got easy patterns and didn't even really need to think until I needed to make this equal sign. And that was the first achievement here done pretty easily. So I wanted to keep going, but I quickly lost to a two-move checkerboard. I kept going on and on and on for a while, once again draining my brain power trying to understand 3-move puzzles. Yes, 3-move puzzles. I played for 40 minutes before giving up. Next one I looked at was coincentration. Basically, coins fall from the sky and you need to memorize which blocks have coins in them, or more realistically, just guess which blocks had coins. Completely randomly. I focused on a couple of blocks and just guessed the rest for a few tries until I got a score of 22, which was enough to get one of the achievements. I'll be back for the other later. Now onto the table games.
Yes! Luigi gambling time!
First is a matching game, but as we know, my brain was already mush, so I skipped over this one. I didn't have it in me to do memory games at the moment. So I left the table games. I lied about gambling. It's not gambling time yet, but soon. It will be soon. Instead, I went to check out the variety section. First was Mario's slides. Here, we need to essentially build paths so that Mario can make it to the star column and not evil piranha columns. You just draw lines that Mario can cross across. Things get a little crazy when you make too many lines since they stay in between each level. After a few though, you get into a new section where things get faster or there are more Marios or something like that. By keeping all of my lines at the top, it gave me more time to react if things went awry. So getting a score of 10 wasn't so bad. I tried going further but ended messing up once they started adding their own lines into the mix on the bottom screen. Now was another favorite, the sorting game called Sort or Splode. In this one, you need to swipe bombs into their respective places. Black bomb in the black panel, red in the red. It isn't too bad, to be honest. Things get a little crazy as time goes on, but if you keep on top of things early on, when things do get crazy, you should be okay.
Things are getting a little crazy. This is hard with the mouse. I mean, with the stylus. Damn. Yeah, that was a lot to deal with. I don't even know. Oh, wait, did I do it? Oh, all right.
I took a dip into Bounce and Trounce. Our goal for now is to destroy 30 of them by bouncing on their heads and tapping Mario so they don't fall off the stage. I got to 30 super quickly, but decided to call it a day because I was tired and I came back the next day to do some more minigames. I promise these are very tiring, but it's just brain mode the whole time. You have to keep going. I had fixed my issue with the Yoshi flying minigame and all I had to do was make it to the airship, so that was a quick one. So we're good there. Okay. Back to variety. I did a mini game where we need to shoot bombs with cannonballs. I kinda wasn't able to focus on anything on the top screen, so I sort of focused on what was going on the bottom screen. The best way to bring your score up is by chaining together hits, which is kinda easy when they're clustered up. So I got the achievement for getting 20,000 pretty easily, but for 50,000, I really just had to focus up hard and make sure none of the bombs hit the flowers. Every once in a while, you'll get lucky and get a full clear by hitting a lock or two. I mean, that helps out a lot, but after a few tries, I pulled the cannonballs enough to win and move on. Next is trampoline time. You just need to draw a lot of trampolines and not let Marios fall. I got the achievement for getting a score of 10 on my first try, but this is where I kinda got a little stuck. I tried to keep Marios on the top screen and leave them there until the top door opens. That's when it's the easiest because they're less likely to fall into the void. Okay, eventually I also got 40 here and got a Chivo. Now I went to that first snowball minigame to try and get 3 in a row. This one is not for the faint of heart. Oh no, not at all. This is mostly skill-based, but there's also little RNG involved. The course itself will change after a console reset or a win. And these courses are kinda random. You could get unlucky and your seat might have an almost impossible layout, and other times it could be really easy and you need to basically go straight for a while without any issue. My strat ended up being this. Check out a map. If good, try to win. If bad, reset, then just get lucky. Another good thing to do is actually allow yourself to slow down a bit so you have more time to react to the hazards, because it's worse to hit something than to be slow. It took me a while to figure this out though, so I just kept going for it a million times in a row, and it was bad and not fun. I spent over a half hour on this one. At one point, I got to 2 in a row and failed, but eventually, I was able to get it. Okay, then I actually went for Lakitu launch, and to be honest, this isn't too bad. I just spammed pokies over and over again, kind of aiming a little bit, but not that much, to be honest. On my first try, I got 15, which was more than enough for the first Chivo. Then I needed to try just a little bit harder to get 22. I found if you combo hits, sometimes the Lakitu men will slide on down to the bottom screen and you can try to spam Spinies in, which works well. Wait, hold on. Something's starting to not make sense here. Why are the toads shooting Spinies to Lakitu? They're surely just catching them to use on Mario. This is like giving ammo to the enemy, right? Am I the only one that sees this? Anyway, I got this one eventually as well. Cleanup continues, and for this Babam minigame, I think I may have had the most generational run of all time. Just gotta like really keep an eye on what's happening around me. Oh gosh. This is a terrible situation again, but we squeezed through. What? Oh my god! That was some Matrix. That was the Matrix right there. Uh-oh. Oh, shit, I gotta get to the other side. I did it! And I entered the Matrix on the attempt that I won. Whack-a-mole time. Just hit the moles really hard and really fast. I play shooter games, so this one was kind of baby mode for me. Not to flex, but I feel pretty satisfied by this result. My goal was 77, and I got 77 on the first try. Now is Master Puzzler. I tried my best to do this on my own, but eventually I gave up and used this program to solve. I don't have time to entirely figure out a puzzle game, so yeah, I used that to get past the hard levels. Listen, I'll admit where I needed help, okay? Okay, and concentration, I also had a bit of an advantage. People suggest recording your screen with your phone and watching back so you don't lose this one, and I was already streaming, so that's exactly what I did. I just rewatched my footage to get 33. This is now the beginning of the card game hole. The evil Luigi card games for real now. Oh, you think, oh, fun gambling. John loves gambling. This is true. There is a poker minigame, but I do not like Memory or Paragon. I started off with Memory here. This was one of the worst minigames I had to play. Same with the achievements. They were also very hard. Okay, they weren't bad, but it was just hard for me. We need to rack up 55 coins for this one and beat level 15 for the other. The first is a bit easier than the second. This is, well, Memory, and it shows you a couple of cards at the start, so this means it must be easy, right? Well, at first it is. At the beginning, there are only 8 cards, and 2 cards are shown to you, which is pretty easy to keep an eye on. Not bad at all. Each one gives you 9 coins, while a loss makes you lose 3. Well, once level 6 comes around, you need to keep an eye on 12 cards now, which is a bit harder. That's a lie, it was a lot harder. Didn't help that I kept confusing Mario with a mushroom. This is the same image, I swear. That's the same guy! What are we talking about here? To be fair, I got used to 12 cards pretty quickly. I would really commit to memory what I've seen. I did this by basically doing the human benchmark chimp game, if you know what that is. Eventually, I got 55 coins, which isn't the worst thing ever. But getting past level 15 was the issue. Once we hit level 11, we now need to memorize 16 cards. 16! That's a lot! They show you 8 of them, which you would think makes this easier. While it does, you still only have a leeway of 2 misses. So in the event you hit a card and that card was never revealed at the start, you just have a random chance of finding its match. And then, I mean, remembering 16 cards is really hard to commit to memory, especially if you're doing it for, oh, I don't know, half an hour straight. This was a battle of winning and losing and winning and losing over and over and over and over again until I just lost my mind. I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I resorted to using screenshots. I mean, that barely even helps. It just takes some brain load off of me because, like I said, you can still just get unlucky. Anyway, my brain was deteriorating fast. Eventually I got to level 15 and now there are 25 cards. Same idea, screenshot. And still, I needed to get lucky in order to win. 45 minutes straight of terrible brain usage. Now though is picture poker. I need to hit 444 coins. To explain this game simply, this is similar to real life poker, just for babies. Your card values from lowest to highest is Cloud, Mushroom, Fire Flower, Luigi, Mario, then Star at the very top. Our goal is to have a better set of cards than Dealer Luigi. This means getting a pair with a higher suit, double pairs, 3 of the same card, a full house, 4 of the same cards, then a full house at the very top of that. We just need to bet smart in order to beat Luigi while not losing too much. And I think Luigi cheats. He is a cheater, evil cheater. Bet it up, we're all in. We're all in, baby. 2 pairs. No way he has 2 pairs. He's a cheater. Depending on how much you bet, returns can be insane. I got a plus 30 for a full house, then a bit later got 2 pairs that were better than Luigi's, and that brought me over the 44 coin threshold for my first achievement. From here, I started to develop my poker strategy a bit more. It was about taking risks because your losses were far less punishing than the potential rewards. If I had a 3 of a card, I would just pump the pot and pray I got a 4th or 5th of that character for huge returns. But Sometimes you have a good hand and Luigi has nothing, so he replaces all 5 of his cards, but he's cheating, so you still lose.
You're joking.
I slowly clawed my way up the money hole and got 444 coins. It was a journey though. I had a massive mega journey. If you want to see the gamble run cut up, let me know in the comments. Second channel? Perhaps I'm starting a second channel? I only have a few more minigame achievements left. Yes, I know. Like I said, this whole section is a massive detour, but it's a necessary one. So, I don't know, deal with it? I guess deal with it. Our final card game is called Paragon. So now Luigi has a new card game for us. It's another matching game where we need to clear a board of cards by matching adjacent tiles. It's actually a bit hard, as if you do things in the wrong order, the cards at the end won't be solvable and you'll lose coins. It's similar in achievement process as the other games. For this one, we need to win 3 Paragons in a row, then get up to 99 coins in the game. The former, once again, shouldn't be too bad, but the latter will be. No spoilers though. I'm gonna be honest, this first time around I had no clue what I was doing, but I'll give you a little bit of strategy. Best thing to do is try to make it so that your top row has pairs next to each other. That ensures as the game ends, you won't have cards messed up and in every other order. Having these spaces already solved gives you more leeway in case anything goes wrong. I got a tip from a viewer to focus on diagonals and vertical matches the most, and that seemed to work out for me for now. Doing that with no strategy involved, I was able to get 3 in a row, no problem. I was on my build up to 99 coins and was getting pretty close. I got as high as 70. Then, well,
Oh my, we just lost 32 coins. 52 coins?
After that debacle, I gave up and moved back over to Bounce and Trounce, where I took out all of my anger by hitting Mario in the sky, making him stomp on fly guys until I hit them 80 times. It made me feel better. I had 2 more minigame achievements left. But to be truthfully honest, I wasn't feeling it since I had spent 6 hours of game time in a row doing only these, and I was feeling the itch to play the main game again, and of course, playing the main game with a little bit of a twist. If we hold L and R on the title screen and select our file, we can play as the one, the only, Luigi. He is the better Mario brother, so I'm happy to take him on this mastery journey with us. For completing a level as him, I got a pretty free achievement as well. So now we have a few different categories of achievements left. The main big ones are getting the top of each flagpole in each world, beating every tower as small Mario only, and then also beating castle bosses with mini Mario. I'm gonna go through the rest of the game world by world again and sort of go through that. Another pretty general Chivo we have here that I can do in 1-1 is filling up the entire Mega Mushroom bar, which I haven't done yet. I ended up completing this achievement by letting the Mega Mushroom move a bit, then stomp my way to the flagpole. That was enough to do it. Okay, now I'll talk a little bit about the strategy for flagpoles. And by, well, strategy, I mean the tricks to getting to the top of all the flagpoles. I just stock up on mini mushrooms, and that's good for most stages. And I'm kind of just gonna not talk about most stages flagpoles, unless there's something interesting to note. Like 1-Dash Tower, I need to get a blue shell so I could get to the secret exit. That also happened to be the final one I got in this world. But there are still a few World 1 challenges to tackle. First is being the entirety of the first tower as mushroomless Luigi only, without dying. Not much to say really, this is World 1 after all. For the castle as mini Luigi, you're kinda only technically required to beat the boss as mini, but I made my way through the entire castle like this because I like to do things that are stupid. Anyway, I jumped over Bowser's head. There's actually another fun little challenge in this here castle. I need to get through the lowering spike section here in one single cycle, and the timing is actually kind of ridiculously tight. I got really close a few times, but wasn't able to pull through. Not sure what I did differently on this attempt. I just played faster, I guess, but I made it to the end and barely survived. There is one final achievement I want to get well in World 1. There's a special challenge where we need to guess which item we'll get from my mushroom house. Before hitting the panels, if we press L, R, down, or up, we can guess each of the items. I just kept pressing L for mushroom until I got one. Not hard at all. Now into World 2. It's for the most part the same story. First, we're gonna hit the top of each flagpole. The only notable ones in this world are 2-1, where there's a required P-switch, 2A, where you really need to do something weird. I had to take a Mega Mushroom, go on the spinner, and time my twirl so that I got the extra height of the Mega Shroom, but make it so that it deactivates mid-flight so that I could hit the top of the pole without breaking it. It was kind of hard, man. I do need to note that I lost track of which flagpoles I had, so I wasted so much time because I forgot to get the 2-4 secret exit, but I found it eventually. Now, Small Luigi Tower. I just needed to not get lost and won this one pretty quickly. 2-1 had one of my favorite achievements of the set. I need to get through the stage in shell-only mode and grab 50 coins while sliding. This was pretty fun. It was kind of like ping-pong mode, all around the world over and over again. At first, I tried to wing it and got to this end part here with the moving platforms with around 42 of the 50 coins needed. On my next run, I got a couple of coins from these blocks at the start and tried to send myself back to get some that I missed. That didn't work out too well though. But I figured just going for it some more would be a good idea. I'm gonna need to figure out how to deal with this end section here without dying, so I focused on that. It actually wasn't so bad once you realize that this section is actually pretty safe. So once getting that down, I needed some more coins, so I tried to double back. Once again, didn't work. Best thing to do here is to try and rack up as many coins at the start as you can and collect everything on the way down to the right. This was a nice challenge. 10 out of 10 Chivo. There was one final achievement I could get in World 2. In 2A, there's actually a little secret within the secret exit where you can fall down here. Cool, dude. World 3 time, baby! And genuinely, none of these exits were hard at all. Just remember to get the 2 secret exits and you're good. This time for the tower Chivo, BJR killed me, but we came back and won on the second go. We got a pretty fun tiny Luigi achievement in 3C. We gotta make it to the end without touching water, collecting coins, or hitting the checkpoint. Like I said, as small mode mini Mario. I missed the assignment details here on my first go and forgot about the coin part, which honestly isn't all that hard as long as you take it slow. But once you get to this alternative pipe to the exit here, we gotta balance coin avoiding with being tall enough to get into the pipe. I found that building up a lot of speed was the key to make it to the end. Now I just had to beat the cheap skipper as mini Luigi, which wasn't too different from the main fight. Just use ground pound and we're done. And into World 4, which has the secret exit in 4-1. Secret in the Boo House, which was actually pretty hard. I need to hit a tight double jump here to just barely make it to the top. And also the main exit, which has some hidden blocks we need to hit for some decent height. But that was about it. Jungle Man Luigi top of every flagpole. No power-ups in the tower. I got baited by Bowser Jr., but got on my second try. And then I need to find the secret room in 4-4 that I missed. Mini Luigi go here. Then it was time to take on Big Goomba, who took a lot of hits for some reason, but we're good with that as well. And I actually still had one more Chivo in this world, and I would consider this to be my favorite achievement of the set. We need to get through 4A without touching the ground or grass after our first jump. We basically gotta use Mini Mario to soar through the skies and use vines like a jungle man. For this, only grass counts as a bad no-touch zone. We can land on these rotating platforms or Koopas, although nobody would consider Koopas a platform. There are some sections that become super tight. Like, I mean, not easy to get through. Eventually, we get to a part we need to chill on top of this red Koopa, and we're in the home stretch. Really, bro? We just needed to get onto that pipe. Okay, so another few goes later, I made it and it didn't work. Long story short, the Chivo had a little bug that we discovered while streaming, but thankfully the developer of the set was watching the stream and we fixed it and I just had to give it another go and it popped. Achievement so nice, I had to do it twice. Lol. Anyway, World 5. 5-2 secret exit, Boo House, 5B, achievement gotten. 5 tower is actually pretty tough. I need to keep track of a ton of spiky balls. I, for some reason, wanted to go for that achievement along with the one where I need to get at least 85 coins in the level. So there was a lot of coin collecting, but not enough. So I just beat Bowser Jr. and went back in. This was kind of hard, but I found this unexpected coin block that helped me get over the needed threshold. Someone reminded me I still had to get the achievement for challenge mode. So I activated that and went back to beat World 6-1 with that. It just makes it so you can't go backwards. I beat the level for another achievement, and we're getting really close to the end here. Only levels in this world with tough flagpoles were from this secret block in 6A, and more secret blocks in 6-4, but that was about it. For miscellaneous stuff, 6-2 has this coin heaven where we need to get 60 coins from flying blocks. It's basically a rhythm game, and it's kind of hard. We need to press jump the second we hit the ground and keep in line with the blocks to pretty much hit every other, because if we mess up, it's doomed. Thankfully, it was quick to restart, so that was all good. There are 2 towers in this world. Died a couple times in Tower 1, but it was fine to get through. And Tower 2, also known as Conveyor Land, kind of the same thing to be honest. In the castle, we must make it to the back room as Mario. Yes, Mario. I forgot to be Luigi. You could do it as Luigi, I just messed up. I know, devastating. Anyway, we need to get there without hitting a moving conveyor platform, or using mini mushroom, or checkpointing. This is pretty tough. Probably one of the most mechanically challenging achievements of the set. And what's interesting is we actually need a mega mushroom. From the start, we need to make it over here to this Koopa, bounce on its head over to this platform with 2 question blocks. Then on this next platform, we need to activate the mega mushroom and move forward through the stage. Mega mushroom makes platforming here easier, as we're huge. This is where we get to the hard jump, the real hard jump. This messed me up a few times, but I went actually genuinely insane mode and pulled this off pretty fast. I'm actually so goated. I did it! Oh my god, I'm actually him. Wait, I'm actually him, and I did it MLG style too. Now I just need to defeat the Mole Man as Mini Mario. Nothing to say. Only 2 worlds left. And for Flagpole Chivos, Ghost House secret exit, 7-3 secret block, 7-4 secret exit with more secret blocks on the left side of the pipe, 7-5 secret exit, 7-6 secret, and that's about it. Now tower here, first one I got destroyed with this spike section many times like a bozo, but once I got through there, it was no problemo. Then for the castle, beat Lock 2 Man as well. At this point, we're going to the final world of the game. but still have 2 more minigame achievements. So let's make a fast detour this time. I promise you it's fast. To start with Paragon, getting 99 coins here. This time I started to just understand how the minigame worked on a better level. Like, it's kind of intuition for the most part, how the tiles move around the screen when you clear something. With this, I could sort of set up plays where I could get rid of unfavorable positions to get as many free wins as I could. It actually took me 45 minutes until I made it to the end. I'm just gonna make a long story short because this video is already way too long. I made it, I won, that's all, thanks, and good night. Okay, now, ladder Mario game where we like to draw lines. This ended up being easier than I expected. As long as we draw our lines high up, levels 1 through 10 are free, then I got pretty lucky with nice Marios that are just kind of taking the routes I needed no problem through level 15. At level 16, they start to draw their own lines, like I mentioned way earlier in the video. This makes it kind of harder to react to where Mario will end up. And then level 21, where there are 3 stars and 3 Marios, this is kind of easy to deal with, especially if you got the same setup as I did. I need to only keep track of these left 2 columns for any Marios that may be led astray, which didn't really happen. Now to the final few levels here. 2 Marios, 2 stars, and I got a pretty similar setup where both stars were next to each other. So I need to just funnel all Marios to the left side of the screen. I got super lucky, to be honest. Okay, minigame's done and into World 8. Or I had a couple of quick Chivos to get. In World 1-1 actually, could get another free one. We find this star power, we let it move to the right a bit, and if we hit the flagpole while it's still active, Chivo. And now we need to beat Bowser with a blue shell. So I did that in the World 1 castle. 3 hits, and that was also super easy. Okay, now into World 8, where I kind of want to reiterate how time-consuming these flagpole Chivos were. You sort of see me on the attempts I win, but what you don't see is the countless deaths and trips back to 1-4 for mini mushrooms I had to take. This happened constantly. I seriously think that a decent percentage of my gameplay was in 1-4. I should consider doing IL speedruns of that stage at this point. Anyway, only hard flagpole was in 8-8. This one was the hardest in the game. It's just meteors falling down from the sky being mixed with a really, really tight jump that could be destroyed by said meteors. I failed so many times that I don't even want to begin to count, but eventually hit the top by holding right and trying over and over to hit a triple jump, and that worked eventually. Now, Tower 1 in this world was actually a first tryer. Then Snake Block I died, but I won against Bowser Jr. in this tower, which kind of leaves us with 2 achievements left in the entire set. Wow. They grow up so fast, don't they? The videos, I mean. We need to go into the first castle in the world and beat Dry Bowser as Mini Mario, which can be done by just wall kicking over his head. Well, that was kind of underwhelming, but hopefully this epic conclusion against Bowser Jr. and the restored Bowser will be way more epic and stuff.
It's all led up to this moment. Will John master the new Super Mario Brothers DS set?
Jump! Whatever you do, I'm doomed. I'm alive. I'm dead! Yes! I've solved the puzzle! We did it! And that's how you become a master of New Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS in 27 hours and 33 minutes. So yeah, the set has been mastered and we are officially done with New Super Mario Bros. DS. This set was fantastic and I highly recommend it. If you enjoyed, make sure to check out another video on the channel. You won't regret it. Or take a look at my new second channel where I'm uploading stream highlight videos of all the games I master. You know, in case you want a little more Pajamajohn. Yeah, go check that out. It's important. Pajamajohn 2026 Supremacy. All right, bye now.